Hey folks, Scott Walters here. Welcome to another episode of Project Buckshot on the Bulletproof Garage, all right? Project Buckshot is our 1969 Ford Bronco barn find that needs a little bit of everything. And in this episode, we're going to rebuild the intermediate housing or the adapter housing, all right? That's what connects your transmission to your transfer case. Now, if you missed the first 3 episodes of Project Buckshot, go ahead and check out the description below for this video and I'll post up some links. But in the first episode, we yanked the drivetrain. The second episode, we disassembled the Dana 20 transfer case. And in the third episode, we reassembled the Dana 20 transfer case, all right? Okay, enough yapping. Let's get started. All right, so I've got the shop manual here, all right? And this is your intermediate / adapter housing right here, okay? And it looks to be fairly simple. I don't want to jinx myself here, all right? You've got a seal, your input shaft, a bearing, 2 snap rings, and a gear. And in my transfer case rebuild kit, I should have this bearing right here, and I believe I've got that seal as well. I'll have to check, but I think that's a double lip seal. So in theory, all I have to do is remove some snap rings, pound a seal back in, and I'm good, right? Okay, and you know, the shop manual calls this a snap ring, but in my opinion, it's a lock ring, all right? And snap ring pliers are not great for getting out lock rings. So I've got lock ring pliers here. And let's see if I can get this out without too much of a fight. All right, only took about 17 tries. Okay, then that gear slides right off. Yeah, it doesn't look great in there. Looks like some water got in there at some point. All right, and there's your lock ring. A snap ring's got little holes in it. All right, so you can get those little protrusions from your snap ring pliers in there, but a lock ring doesn't have any holes in it. All right. All right, now this guy. Now, I should be able to get the pick back here and just pry this guy out like so. All right. Well, that one was easy. Okay. So you've got a big lock ring that holds a bearing in, and you got a small lock ring that holds a gear in. Okay, there's your shaft, and there's the bearing. All right, yeah, again, this has got some water in it at some point, so parts aren't in great shape, but I tell you what, I'm going to clean them up on the wire wheel on my grinder, and I bet they look 100% better after that. And then you're going to have a seal right here that we'll have to remove as well. All right? Yeah, and that is a double lip seal, okay? Okay, I went ahead and I cleaned this up a little bit, and now we're going to have to get this seal out, all right? It's this guy right here, and we're going to have to flip this over and drive it out from the other side. Wow,
That was not easy. It's out, but man, that took quite some time to pound it out of there. What I finally had to do is get my, well, this is probably a bit too long, get my pry bar, and then I was able to basically pound it out that way to where that would engage the seal. All right, and there you can see, at least I think you can. Yeah, so that lip right there is what the seal sits on, and there's just a little bit of the seal showing, so it's hard to get something behind it to drive it out. I was about to get a chisel and just destroy it. Okay, let's go ahead and get it back together. First, the seal. All right, so there is a closed end and there's an open end. And the way it was when I just disassembled it was the closed end was on top, like so. And that's how it's going back in. All right, and you've got to drive it in fairly deep to where it seats, and it is seated in there now. I like this assembly goo. It's made specifically for stuff like this when you're rebuilding a transmission transfer case, and this stuff is going to dissolve, and it should be compatible with your gear oil or your ATF. So I'm going to pack that double lip seal with it. All right, let's take the bearing, and I've got it coated with grease. Drop it in. May need to tap it in. All right, that's seated. We can go ahead and put our snap ring in, or lock ring, whatever you want to call it. All right, that's in. All right, so here's the shaft that came out. Folks, there's some pitting in there and some roughness right here. All right, you know, the teeth aren't chipped, but this shaft has seen better days. And unfortunately, the inside of the gear, of course, has got some pitting as well. But you know what? I think this is good enough for the girls we date. So we're going to run it. All right, there's a shaft. All right, there we go. All right, shaft is all the way through. Let's see if we can get that lock ring on. All right, and that's in place. Yeah, that feels good. Lock ring is seated. Everything's turning fine. I think we're done.
All right, that is it for this video of Project Buckshot on the Bulletproof Garage. Okay, coming up next, we'll have the transmission rebuilt. And before I forget, if you found the video helpful, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button down below. Doesn't cost you a penny and it helps out the channel. If you're not a subscriber, click on the subscribe button down below so you subscribe to the Bulletproof Garage channel. That'll ensure you get all the videos on Old Project Buckshot in your feed as soon as I upload them. And finally, if you have any questions or comments or just want to check in to say hi, go ahead and post up a comment. I read each and every comment and I respond to about 95% of them, at least the serious ones. Okay? And we'll see you next time on the Bulletproof Garage.